Today is January 2nd, 2026. I just filmed this whole video and my audio was using my webcam, so I gotta redo it. But I hope you guys so far are having a great start to the year. I hope you guys are pursuing whatever you love. I'm making this video as a reminder to everybody that you have to go find that thing that gets you out of bed. When you find it or how you find it is not up to me. It's not up to your parents. It's not up to whatever major you chose in college. But you may have chose the major that is something that you love. Personally, I didn't. By trade, I'm a mechanical engineer, and honestly, I do really enjoy what I'm doing. I do really enjoy asking questions and being a problem solver, but it's not what gets me out of bed every day. Um, about about like 12 years ago, when it was 2014 around. I think I was like 12 years old, 13 years old, and my friend put me on to the OG David Lade, Dylan McKenna videos. And ever since that day, the gym has been that thing that has anchored me through the hardest of times. It has been what I've looked forward to every day. It's been what I've wanted to pursue. But how much I pursued it was varying in levels based on where I was at in my life. And 2025, I realized that the thing that I really wanted to pursue and how I pursued it, my goals for pursuing it were unclear. But I knew one thing, and I knew that the gym was what I love to do. I knew that going to the gym every day and being there, I never wanted to leave. It was what I looked forward to the most. I looked forward to getting 1% better, and I stopped asking questions. I told myself, all right, this is my thing, and this is what gets me out of bed every day. So I'm going to chase after it, and I'm going to give it 100%. Everything I got, whether that's weighing all my food, tracking my calories. And guess what? I had probably my favorite year I've ever had in my life in 2025. And for those people out there that say, if your body, say like you're bodybuilding, they say you can't go out on the weekends because you can't drink. It's going to affect your recovery. It's going to lower your testosterone temporarily. Guess what? I still go out all the time and I don't drink and I still hang out with my friends. Like, you don't have to. Jay Cutler said, I lived in a fucking box. If I was competing with Ronnie Coleman and I had to win in the, what was it, 2002, 2003 Olympia, I would also live in a box. But that's not me. And I'm putting 100% effort into it. But that means if I track my calories, I track my macros, I can still go into the city for a little bit and then train home and get a good night's rest without drinking, going out and having fun. So for 2026, everyone out there is have their New Year's resolutions. Everyone in your life will usually have an opinion on what you need to be doing right now. And whether that be because they care about you and they want to see you succeed, or because they think that everyone should be living their life a certain way, you are the only person who knows what you want. In 2026, you should find that thing that gets you out of bed, whether that's reading books, journaling, arts and crafts, art, drawing art, music, business, entrepreneurship, the stock market, software development. Sorry if I missed whatever history. Sorry if I missed whatever your niche community is. But I've learned this through my aging. I'm 23 now. I've learned this through my aging that every little community has a separate community of people that cannot stop thinking about that thing. And what it is, it doesn't matter because we're humans and we're always progressing in random fields, right? What you need to do is you need to just find those things that get you out of bed every day. It doesn't. You don't know. You don't really need to know what it is. You don't need to know why it is that way, but you just need to know that that's what you need to be doing. That's whether it's designing parts in CAD and 3D printing them and selling them on Facebook, or modifying your car and documenting the process. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's what you love to do, you'll be ecstatic to talk about it. And then guess what? It doesn't have to be content. It doesn't have to be whatever. You'll personally just feel better about yourself when you're pursuing 100% with every ounce of your being that thing. And my whole life, I was always known as the phasey kid, right? The kid who always was trying something new every weekend. They called me like, my name's Chris. They would call me like November Chris. He's using a butterfly knife. Or that's just March Chris. He's got into golf, right? And that's because I was always searching for that thing that was going to stick. You know, growing up, it was skateboarding. It didn't quite stick. Snowboarding, it didn't quite stick. BMXing, it didn't quite stick. And those things I put 100% effort in. But while that was going on, in the background, I was working out and I was watching fitness videos. I can go back to any point in my life, and that was the only thing anchoring me was fitness, bodybuilding, mainly bodybuilding, not like powerlifting, but bodybuilding, the sport of bodybuilding. And I went to my first show in like maybe 10 years ago in 2016, and I've realized that it's been in front of me this whole time, and all I know is that I am going to this year, next year, how I did it last year. I'm going to put 100% my everything into bodybuilding. Does that mean that I have to have the biggest natural physique? No. Does that mean that I have to make content that'll suit a certain audience? No. But that does mean that I will put 100% of my being into bodybuilding. And what comes out of it, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. What does matter, though, is that I just keep doing what I want to do. So all I'm saying is that in 2026, I hope you find that thing that gets you out of bed every day. I really do. And don't ask questions. And people are going to push back and be like, why are you pursuing that? And I still work a day job because I need to fund my hobbies, right? But the whole purpose there is that obviously there's people I work with where that engineering is their thing, is what gets them out of bed every day. And all they think about is that. Great, they found it. And they're working and they're progressing in their field, right? But there's a ton of people that work and they're good at their job, and you need every job, every industry needs the person that can learn and work hard, because it doesn't have to be a thing. You're still working hard, but then on the side, you got to be hungry. You got to be excited to learn new things. And bodybuilding is that thing for me. So I'm just posting this as like it's January 2nd. I'm gonna check back in later, and I hope I'm just documenting it honestly. And I don't really care where I get, but I do know I'm gonna be kicking myself if I don't have some sort of documentation. So yeah, it's January 2nd. My name's Chris Muskus, and this is gonna be the life-changing year for me. So yeah, good luck everybody. Find your thing.